the Mad Hatter would say, start at the beginning, and when you come to the end, stop. Science knows it doesn't know everything, because if it did, it'd stop. I'm in Buffalo, having my super huge, super awesome, ultra, mega hyper death family reunion. Yeah, and it's almost done. We're sitting in the backyard. Not right now. We, that being myself and Darwin, who is my brother, sitting inside recording real quick because we know that you care about what we're doing. You can't live without news without us. I'm pretty sure you're jonesing right about now, and you could use a shot.
IV drip.
Yeah, an IV drip. You have to be over here, and nobody can hear you when you're. Yeah, you're so freaking lazy.
If only I wasn't so powerful.
If only you weren't so stupid.
And powerful.
What kind of hat did you want?
A stupidly powerful one.
Yes, it was incredibly stupid and incredibly powerful. All right, so what did we do? I don't care what. Well, you have to start because I got here after you, so you have to tell us what happened before.
In the before time, in the long, long ago, it was 4 a.m. and I woke up. And I woke my wife up. And she said, no, and rolled over and went back to sleep. So then I kicked her, and she got up. We got on an airplane and traveled from this place called Kansas City. It's a city in Kansas. And used an aeroplane to fly to Buffalo. When we got here, I was collected from the airport by my mother unit. She took us to a sub sandwich shop called Callaway's, and they have very delicious, slightly different subs, such as chicken fajita and, oh my god, it's Italian.
What about Buffalix?
They had no Buffalix subs.
They don't serve Buffalix?
We hadn't found out what that was yet.
Okay.
Then after that, my wife said, I need coffee. I've been awake for 7 hours, so we went to Starbucks, and then pretty much ended our day at a hotel. The next morning, I was awoken with a phone call about 9 in the morning saying, we're going to come pick you up. Have you eaten breakfast? I said, okay, no, we haven't eaten breakfast. Who's we coming to visit? And mother said, myself, the boyfriend unit, and Sir Eldrick here.
Yes. So what happened with me was I got up, and after not sleeping very well, and drove from Erie up to Buffalo, and I got here at 10 o'clock because we were supposed to all meet at my aunt's house at 10 o'clock. But instead, Darwin, I want to call him, I'm trying to watch my language. We're so
You're
very...
so profane, you bastard.
We're so very violent and rude towards each other. He and his permanent girlfriend unit, it's been attached now, right?
I believe it's the spousal unit.
The spousal unit, decided to sleep in instead of come meet me. And so I was abandoned at the aunt's house for a while, waiting for everybody.
It was a long day before with no sleep, so we needed extra sleep on that day.
Yeah, I had a long day too. I had to work in the morning and play D&D at night, so I had a full plate, as it were. So what did we do when we got together? Oh, we went to the Anchor Bar, home of the chicken wing. That's where chicken wings were invented. Prior to that, all chickens went wingless, and they genetically engineered the first chicken wing.
The Buffalix had not blessed chicken with chicken wing at this time.
Oh, you had Buffalix. The Buffalix had wings, but not the chicken.
No. And as we were at this Anchor Bar, home of the chicken wing, we've discovered the history of the Buffalix. In the city of Buffalo, there was a large buffalo. Only it wasn't a normal buffalo. It was only the head, and the body was that of a phoenix bird. And this was also known as the Buffalix.
If you have a phoenix head on a buffalo body, that is called a fiendfalo.
And if it's from the lower plains, it's a fiendfalo.
And of course it is from the lower plains, because no one else would put up with a phoenix-headed buffalo. Yep, and just to give you a quick thing, they are called chicken wings or hot wings because buffaloes don't have wings. If anybody says that they're eating buffalo wings, you smack them and say, no, you're not.
Preferably smack them in the face or the hand so that they cannot eat their chicken wing until they get it correct.
So we ordered, what did we order? 50 chicken wings, 25 hot, 25 suicidal, and onion rings and zucchini because we wanted to keep it healthy. And what was your opinion on the suicidal wings?
Initial bite was there's spice on this, and after about 5 or 6 wings, you're like, wow, these are actually spicy. I think I'm sweating. A few more wings after that, you're saying, no, 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 my tongue is gone. Which is, oh my god, my tongue is gone.
You retard, apparently.
I learned
Yeah,
quick.
they were hot. We finished off most of them. I think between the two of us, we finished off about 20 of them. And the rest of the family decided they were going to eat the hot wings, which they're spicy, but they're not really, really spicy, and they taste really good. We only had one each, I think, of the hot.
Yes. They
And
were delicious, but not spicy.
where'd we go after that? We went wine tasting, did we not?
We went to the wine tasting somewhere in a downtown Buffalo suburb.
It's on Hurdle, and Hurdle west of Main Street. Chateau something.
And inside there, the females decided, hey, there's free wine. Let's go get sloshed. But they didn't.
It's not supposed to be free, but apparently the guy did not charge us for the wine tasting portion because we bought a bunch of stuff.
And also inside the wine shop, they had jellies, butters, jams made out fruit butter made out of different wine and Chardonnays, which were quite good. But they also had chicken wing sauce.
Yep.
Quite expensive and
The names?
flame retardant chicken wings sauce.
There were three things of interest there. There was Harry Carey hot sauce,
Correct.
Hidden Death hot sauce, and of course the incredibly mind-boggling local pumpkin maple syrup. Can you explain that one?
Local pumpkin maple syrup was a jar. It looked slightly purplish or orangish from the pumpkin.
Purple
Every
pumpkin.
now and then there's a purple pumpkin. It's a special Christmas pumpkin that grows in the summertime. But that's getting on a tangent. The pumpkin maple syrup, as Eldrick was reading off the ingredients on the back and a little synopsis, he forgot a few words.
I was
Out loud.
truncating.
Out loud, he forgot a few words. And there was, look at this delicious local pumpkins and
There is
maple
an
syrup.
Maple syrup.
However, when he read it, it was, look at this delicious pumpkin maple syrup mix. And that threw me for a loop, much like the purple pumpkin did.
The actual line that I read off was local pumpkins, maple syrup. And so he's like, how did the pumpkins make the maple syrup?
Give me that jar so I can look at it. And there was a few extra letters in there, preferably an A and D. And now it made sense.
They're evil, animate pumpkins. And how much did we fight while we were inside of the wine shop? And the guy was... he was occupied giving wine tasting to the mother and the sister-in-law.
There was a little bit of kung fu fighting. Some ninjas jumped out. The Mongolian horde came over the hills. And then after that, we were still a little bit raring to go. A few bruises ensued. Minor nosebleeds.
We had to take on a Buffalix.
But we put it down.
Oh, you didn't mention your hat that you didn't get.
No. I was told by my wife and mother that I could go to the gift shop. And I go into the gift shop and they have very large chicken wings. And I say, how much is the large chicken wing? They say, that's a hat. It's $25. I say, I'm going to get one. And my mother and my wife said, no, you are not. So I was told I couldn't get one. However, I could get a normal ball cap or a t-shirt with some sort of buffalo chicken wing memorabilia from the Anchor Bar, but I could not get the hat that I wanted. However, my wife could get whatever she wanted, and my mother could get whatever she wanted, but I couldn't, because I'm not allowed.
Yeah, and just to allay any confusion there, that was the Anchor Bar's gift shop and not the wine shop's giant chicken wing hats.
Yes.
Oh, what do we do?
Wine shops are full of chicken wing hats, in case you didn't know.
Oh, they're known for their chicken wing hats. I think that's why we went there. We went, where did we go? We went to my mom's cousin's house, and we had a barbecue. And she had, what kind of dogs were those? Were those Shih Tzus?
Some kind of terrier.
Pomeranian?
Maybe.
Maybe?
But one of them is blind.
Yeah, one had cataracts, and they removed the lenses from his eyes.
And he was very blind, because he was completely blind. And his eyes were still a glowing blue, very beautiful eyes. And he would look in whatever direction he was listening intently to. And as he walked outside near the picnic area, the chairs and everything had moved and your legs were in the way. He would get close, and as he's about a quarter inch away, something would brush against you, and he would jump back 2 or 3 inches, like a ninja. That's a good example there.
Yeah, he would definitely startle, and you could just see him. He would feel something, then he would just back up real quick and try and reassess the situation by smell and ear.
And after an hour or two out there meandering around and almost getting stepped on and running into things, it went over to his bed in the corner and unrolled a blanket, made a spot for a pillow, and then laid on top of it and went to sleep, which was quite amazing for it being blind and the bed being moved and the blanket being on another part of the room.
Truly, it has been blessed by the Buffalix. If not with sight, then at least with incredible intelligence. And then, let's see, you guys went home. I went back here. We're good on time. Although I could, here, you hold this and say something smart.
Onomatopoeia.
You were going to repeat my breast milk speech?
There was a breast milk speech brought on earlier today after a couple other females were talking about children and people not
Wet
raising their
nursing.
children and went into wet nursing for babysitting, which was disgusting. I say, Eldrick, say something smart so they'll be quiet. And he talked about nursing.
We are up here with a slight. It's half family reunion, half my cousin graduated from college, so we were having a big party for him, and that was today, like all day today. And well, after that party, we're back here at my aunt's house now, and this is where we're recording. Everybody else is in the backyard at a fire, eating chips, drinking beer, and talking.
Good time.
Oh yeah, having a grand old time. I don't, of course, get to drink any beer. Yeah, and nobody decides to bring, soda or anything for me, or pop, as they say up here. By the way, if the full name of something is soda pop, or, not technically the name, but it's a carbonated beverage. But if it's called soda pop, the truncated version of that, the shortened name is soda, not pop. So that's a tangent. But getting back to it, yeah, we were out there and they were talking about babysitting, and it got into wet nursing, and someone had mentioned it's like, okay, we need to stop this. The guys are getting a bit uncomfortable. And so Darwin says, say something smart. And so I explained that 21% of breast milk cannot be digested by infants, and instead it actually serves to promote the growth of bifidobacteria in the intestine, which displaces more harmful bacterial species. And then everybody is looking at me, and then I turn back to Darwin. I'm like, was that smart enough for you? Oh, it's wonderful. I had just read an article about that this week in the New York Times. Well, not this week, but last week.
And it was not wet nursing.
It was about. Well, it wasn't about wet nursing. So someone's coming up. Uh-oh. It's the guy whose room technically this belongs to. You're not Moose, are you? Your brother's Moose.
No, that's me.
Oh, you are Moose? Okay, so you're going to be Moose. We don't use our real names when we talk here. Say something, Moose, because we're in your room right now recording for YouTube.
This is for you.
Yeah, you got to get closer to that. You got to be close to the microphone.
Okay. This is Moose. Welcome to my room.
We don't use our names.
This is, I'm cousins with these fellas here.
My name's Eldrick, and that's Darwin.
Eldrick and Darwin here. In my room. Moose's room. So,
How was your day?
my day was busy.
Yeah.
It was a busy day. Lots of stuff going on. My brother,
Yeah, it's fine to use those impersonal pronouns there.
my brother, we'll call him,
Douche.
yeah,
No. No.
Little Moose.
Little Moose.
Young,
Moose Coop.
young Moose. Moose 2 graduated from university.
Well, they know we're in Buffalo.
Use your real name.
University of Buffalo.
Yeah. They can track him down, because I'm sure there's a very small graduating class.
Right.
Of Moose.
And Moose 2, yeah. Sweet.
We're just going over. I do this whenever I
Whenever he needs a life.
leave. Yeah, because I don't have a life. Whenever I leave home, since I do it what I call a travlog. And so this is it. I just explained where I went and what I did, and that's why I wasn't online for the past couple days.
Hundreds of
And this would be why. And then I've got a picture of a dragon, which was what I was explaining when you came up the stairs. And this dragon is actually made entirely out of cellophane tape. Someone with Scotch tape made this.
No way.
Oh yeah,
Someone
Yeah.
was stuck in their cubicle for a long
and so it's
time.
a
Nothing better to do.
it's just a piece of it's a tape dragon is what it is.
It dispenses from the tail.
Who do you think would win, the tape dragon or a Buffalix?
Buffalo breathes fire.
Yeah.
Tape dragon melts.
Tape dragon breathes tape.
Tape Dragon melts into a ball.
Buffalo's ass kicking.
Bye bye.